9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin.
Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk where we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. Touchdowns on liquid air, run, slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
What's going on, y'all? Coach Mark is back. Pro Fan Talk. We're gonna do it again real quick. I wanted to have a wrap up. I was gonna film, like produce a video and just edit it, and then I got lazy. I wanted to put something out tonight. I finally got the stream into Opus Clips, but I didn't feel like going. If I'm gonna go through all this stuff in Opus Clips, I might as well just record something, just go live. So that's what I'm doing. Indiana Fever take the Commissioner's Cup. Nobody thought that was happening. 10-point underdogs. You got to play the game. It don't matter what they say on paper. It don't matter what the lists say. It don't matter who was voted what. At the end of the day, you got 10 women on the court at the same time. And they're going to figure out what's what. Period. So don't believe the hype. Don't believe the narratives. Don't believe everything you hear on social media. Don't believe everything you hear on ESPN or Fox or on Yahoo, anywhere else. Watch the game and you see how it plays out. Everybody gets a turn. Nobody, and I mean nobody, had picked Indiana to win this game in Minnesota. Defending champs. Fee Collier's playing. Caitlin Clark is out. Nobody saw this coming. But when you put the ball on the court, when everybody steps on the court, and you got to look at that man next to you, who you guarding, who's on your defense, you figure out what you got to do real quick. It was an ugly first quarter. I thought it was going to be a blowout by the first quarter. Then the second quarter happened, and it is a total 180. Minnesota is killing Indiana 20-12 at the end of the first quarter. Then Indiana flips it. They win that second quarter 20-7. So they held Minnesota to 7 points in the second quarter, and they never looked back after that. They never looked back. They got over the bugaboo of the second half, either a bad third quarter or a bad fourth quarter. This time, they kept the energy high. They were matching shots, and they got it done. Natasha Howard came to play today. Double-double, 16 and 12, with 4 assists and 2 steals. Aaliyah Boston, another double-double, 12 and 11 with 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. They were filling up that stat sheet. Kelsey Mitchell, 12 points, 3 assists, a rebound. Ari McDonald continues to show what she's about. You look at a dictionary, you look up the phrase, stay ready. It should be a picture of Ari McDonald. Should be a picture of her in there because she stays ready. And every time she gets an opportunity on the court, still, she shows everybody, every game that she belongs. Somebody made a mistake with her. She's one of the ones that gets lost in the sauce, caught in the numbers game. But she's got her opportunity and she's making the most of it. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks for Ari McDonald, the smallest person on the court. 2 blocks. That's coming to play. Regardless of what the situation is, you come and play. So, and they doing this, all of this when their number one is still out. Now, I will say this because I was saying this on stream a lot. I don't know what the deal was with Lexi Hall for her to only get 15 minutes. Sophie was playing well, but I didn't think they would ice out Lexi for the whole game. Only 15 minutes, and Sophie got 26. But hey, Sophie was 4 for 6 from the floor, 3 for 5 from deep. So I guess they made the right decision. I guess they see something that we didn't see. So 100% from free throws. That's what you need. So Erin McDonald is on fire, man. Every chance she gets, she makes something happen. Now, to be fair and to keep it 100, she does get kind of caught in the weeds because she's always going up against a bigger player. Always. She's always going to have that problem, but that's not anything new. That's not anything new. But she finds a way around it. I wince every time I see her coming off a pick because it's almost like she get thrown over somebody's hip or something because she's just a small player. But she makes the most of every opportunity she gets. Hitting the threes, still driving the lane. How the hell does Erin McDonald at 5'6" get rebounds? If I'm Cheryl Reeves and I'm watching that tape and I see Erin McDonald get a rebound on me, somebody getting cussed out. But she gets it done. She gets it done. Yeah. And of course, let's make no bones about this, right? Fee Collier looked god-awful tonight. She looked god-awful tonight. Fee Collier, who is still the best player in the league right now, she had an off night, period. 6 for 18, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block. So she still had a decent. Let me read this again, okay? 12 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block. And that's an off night for Fee Collier. You feel what I'm saying? She just did that, and that's an off night for her. Because at one point, she couldn't hit a mirror in the bathroom, man. Her shot was off tonight, wasn't nothing following. All of those shots that she usually makes in the paint right in front of the basket, nothing was falling. Nothing was falling. And we kept the pressure on. Aaliyah Boston and her kind of got into it. I like that from Aaliyah Boston. I like seeing that little spicy fire from Aaliyah Boston because we don't get to see that all the time. But you know what? She got fed up and she has something to say back. That's the way it should be when you 6'5". So she got it together. Kelsey Mitchell still added and still doing her things. Kelsey Mitchell, if she still got to figure out how to slow down in the air so the ball don't come off the rim too hot on them layups. We still miss too many open layups. We should have had a almost 20-point lead at the end of this game. If you go back and you look at all of the shots that we missed, all of the open layups that we missed, Natasha Howard got like 4 rebounds in this game. And that was a transition where she kept getting her own rebounds, but she couldn't make the shot. And we ended up turning it over, and then they score on the other end. And so that's the stuff you got to take care of. But I'm not even going to get into too much of that with Natasha Howard because Natasha Howard was the MVP of this game, and she balled. She did cleanup duty. She did back down duty. She did rebounds and setting picks, and everything you needed Natasha Cloud to do, she did. She cleaned up all them ugly buckets, put backs, all of that type of stuff. That's what you want Natasha Howard for. That's exactly what you want her for. She does not play her age. This is her 11th year in the league. And she running with the best of them. So I'm expecting Natasha Howard to get 10 to 15 a game. I'm good with that. I don't expect her to get 24 and 27 like she did earlier in the year. That to me, that's an unrealistic expectation with the way her game is at this present moment. Yes, she can get that, but we have too many other better scoring options that you want to go to, not her. But she did the damn thing tonight. That's for sure. That is for sure. Lynx, yep, Carlos. The Lynx went up on a 12-0 run, and then we flipped it, and Indiana go on a 20-0 run. And that's when pretty much the doors came off the hinges at that point. It was no stopping. Stephanie White was in the ref's ear. Let me say this. This was the best ref game in a long time that I have seen. This was the best officiated game I've seen in a long time in the WNBA. And that's proof that they can do it right. Why aren't they doing it right like this all the time? Find out who this crew is and make sure they are at the biggest of the biggest games. Because they did it right tonight. They let them play early and they let them play late. Don't switch up. Don't let them play early and then get ticky-tack at the end. Go one or the other. If you're going to be ticky-tack in the beginning, be ticky-tack at the end. If you're going to let them play in the beginning, let them play at the end. And in this particular game, they pretty much let them play. We got equal opportunities on both sides, offense and defense. There was some questionable offensive fouls called on both sides. So it didn't lean too much one way or the other. You know what I mean? So the Fever shot 14 free throws, or they shot 12 free throws. Minnesota shot 14, 11 for 14. They 3 points abandoned them, 4 for 16. We were 8 for 12. Alyssa Peely didn't play. Jessica Shepard had a good game for Minnesota, but they couldn't really. Alana Smith, Jessica Shepard, and Fee Collier. Courtney Williams had a pretty decent game too. But for the most part, Fee was on the struggle bus. She was on the struggle bus. But Natasha Howard, 40% from the floor. She didn't shoot no threes. 8 for 8 from the free throw strike. 8 for 8. That's huge. That's huge. But that's what you want from them. That's what you want from them. So love to see the girls in the locker room celebrating, drinking out of the cup, all that type of stuff. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because if it was anybody else, and I guarantee you, I'm sure somebody going to come out tomorrow and it'll be some video trying to rip on them for how they celebrated or some bullshit like that. And all of these thin-skinned folks that can't stand when somebody else wins, or, you already know how it is. Somebody going to have something negative to say about the way they celebrated, or the fact that Caitlin Clark was drinking out of the cup and she didn't play. Somebody going to find something to say. And it's like, listen, man, grow a spine, get you some backbone, get you some thin skin that's on sale at Kmart. Whatever you got to do, and stop worrying about the shit. They won. And they going to drink their drink out of the cup. I ain't mad at them. Now you know what it feel like. Now you know what it feel like. There's something to be said for that. It's something to be said for that. If you go and you playing for your championship game and the other teams been to that position numerous times and you haven't, well, that's a clear advantage. That's a very clear advantage. But it is what it is. And what it is Indiana is the Commissioner's Cup winners. It'll be a lot of interesting comments tomorrow on Twitter, on Instagram, on Threads, on all of it. Everybody gonna have something to say, I guarantee you. Everybody gonna have something to say. DeWanna Bonner don't take part in them 30 bands though. Oh my gosh. So that's all right, 99 problems. We're gonna get shit on whether they win or whether they lose. It don't matter. But right now, guess what? They got the cup. And there's a lot of people that wanted that. But we won the games we had to win, and we ended up playing for it, and we get the trophy. What's the problem? It's Indiana's turn. It's Indiana's turn. And I'll tell you what, if they continue to play like this, and when CC comes back, they're going to be formidable. Now, watch this. Thursday. Who do they play Thursday? Las Vegas. I'm expecting them to lose on Thursday because anytime you have a very high emotional win, usually the next game is a crash. They're going to come out flat, and Las Vegas might blow their doors off. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying I'm not surprised if it does. Especially when you're coming off the championship and you drinking out of a cup and everything that comes along with the excitement of actually winning. So this should be a good one tomorrow. Just wanted to jump on here real quick, record my thoughts. Congratulations to the Indiana Fever. Congratulations to Natasha Howard. You slowing down the clock, baby girl. Keep it going. Aaliyah Boston. Good game. Glad I'm seeing some fire out of Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell, as usual. Ari McDonald, as usual. I know they're going to ball. So I'm ready to wake up tomorrow and look up some stuff on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And all this in the social media world. And everybody going to have something to say. So, good win. Be a lot of content tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of salty people tomorrow. But guess what? If you're going to be mad by yourself. I just wanted to record my thoughts real quick. Appreciate that, 99 Problems. Appreciate that. So, if she comes back next game, I think she's going to come back on Thursday. I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. So, everybody salty. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. But like I said, man, everybody get a turn. Fee Collier, tonight was your night. Tonight was your night to be in a slump. So it happens. And luckily, Indiana could take advantage of it. Yeah, they salty. High blood pressure. Yeah, man. So, but all right, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. I just wanted to hang out real quick. We was going live for 20 minutes, man. So, I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm definitely going to have some more content tomorrow. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more as we get ready for Thursday. So, thank you. Can you relate? Greatland Clark fan, still the best name out there right there, the Greatland Clark fan. Can you relate? 99 Problems. Carlos, my mans. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to get up out of here, get some sleep, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Look for my content tomorrow because you know it's going to be fire. Holla at y'all later. Peace.